Namaste and welcome back to Weekly Wellness Tune-Ups. This week we're discussing seeing the body as a temple of the divine, a temple that is sacred, and seeing the sense organs, the sensory understanding of the human experience as divine as well. So many religions, so many yogic paths say that the body is filth, it is pus and blood and feces, and that is true, but it's also divine because God made it. God made these sense organs, the skin, the nose, the eyes, the tongue, the ears, and all the beauty in the world. One path is that of renunciation and trying to go beyond the sense organs. That's very difficult. True renunciation is a concept in the mind, not being identified as who we are as the body, as the sense organs, as the thoughts, as the emotions, not being identified with the external world giving us happiness. But we have a body. And to deny the body, from my viewpoint, from the tantric viewpoint, is denying God, goddess. The body is the first temple. It's our every breath. It's how we get along. It's every sensation. It's every touch. It's every single moment. If we can breathe and be aware that the body is the temple, it becomes the true altar of devotion. It becomes the true offering to the divine. Yoga, Tantra, Ayurveda, they teach us that the divine is not far, far away in a galaxy in some other star system or in some maybe existing heavenly celestial realm. Tantra, Ayurveda, yoga, it teaches us that it's right here, right now, in our body, in our own being, in our own remembrance. It's in every pulse of life. It's in your heartbeat. It's in every organ. It's in every tissue. It's in every sense organ. When we take a shower, when we touch the sunlight, when we feel the breeze on our skin, that's God, and the body is God. It's God meeting God with more God. We're not meant to transcend the body yet. It's in and through the body that we have the transcendental experiences. First, we must fully inhabit it. We must fully embody it. There's a Rumi poem that says, what we find now, we will find then. If we find nothing now, we will simply end up with an empty apartment in the city of death. Transcendence, it's an internal job. We came in this human body for this transcendental experience in and through the body. The concept that transcendence happens if you did so many good actions, you avoided so many sense pleasures, and then maybe you'll get to some heavenly realm. That's false. It's here. It's now. It's in and through the body that this all happens. That's where awakened living happens, here and now. When you take a shower, next time you take a shower, don't just rinse the body. Feel the water. Feel each droplet touching your skin, caressing your skin. Make the water droplets a message from the cosmos to remind you that you're alive, that you have a body. Whether you're taking a cold shower or a warm shower, feel the temperature, feel the coolness, feel the warmth, feel the movement of the water across your skin. This awareness brings us into more awareness. More awareness brings us into more wakefulness. More wakefulness brings us into more embodiment and more consciousness. As you're feeling really cold water, really warm water, let the breath rise. Let the breath fall. Do it with awareness. Let your body speak to you. Get out of the mind and just feel. Feel the language of sensation. In Ayurveda, the senses, the indriyas, they're gateways, they're portals into experience, into pure experience. William Blake said, when the doors of perception, these indriyas, when the doors of perception are cleansed, everything will be experienced as it truly is, infinite. That's here and now. So we can experience through the material world, through this material body, the infinite. But we get confused and we think we are the sense organs. We are the likes and dislikes. That's where suffering comes from, when we identify who we are as the sense organs and its preferences, and being attached to gratifying some and being attached to averting those which we deem unpleasant. So suffering comes when we separate the self from the sense organs. We separate the self and become habituated to either satisfying, gratifying, or avoiding certain senses. That's the suffering. There's no suffering in desire. Only the attachment to fulfilling or avoiding the desire leads to suffering. So the sense organs, when they're used with awareness, become a bridge between the external world and the internal self. And each sense organ governs these pathways to health, harmony, or disconnection, separation. When the sense organs become either dulled or overstimulated, the body loses its natural intelligence. It loses that wisdom. We don't have the ability to feel, to intuit, to know what's good or bad for us. The doshas become imbalanced, and the sense organs become tamasic. They become dulled. When we have sensory awareness, when we can breathe into each experience, each smell, each taste, each touch, each sound, that rekindles the gut intelligence, that rekindles our soul intelligence. And then sattva, the pure state of being, becomes prominent. So to touch our own body with presence and devotion, that's not indulgence, that's medicine, that's healing. It's remembering that you're divine, that you're sacred. So I invite you to ask yourself gently and with no judgment, when did I last offer myself unconditional love? When did I offer guilt-free, shame-free love to my body? Not for how it looks, what it embodies. When did I offer unconditional love to this body? Not for how it looks, but what it holds, what it embodies. When did you last touch yourself, not out of need or guilt or shame, but reverence? I'm not talking about self-pleasuring. I'm not talking about that, but that's just touching your arms, your skin, your face, your heart, your kneecap, your toes, with devotion, with awareness, with loveliness, with sacredness. When did you last touch yourself with reverence? So if we can begin to notice all the guilt, the shame, the stories, the early childhood conditionings that told us that touch was shameful, that we're going to hell, that we're going to go blind, that our erotic innocence was sinful and will burn in this really hot place for all of eternity, or whatever the story is, we let those go. If we become aware of these stories, we become aware of the outdated patterns, the programs, these subconscious programs or conscious programs, we reclaim our wholeness and our true consciousness. This isn't for the purpose of indulging the ego and becoming a hedonist. It's to return home to regulation and coherence. Suppression, repression, depression of natural urges leads us to all sorts of physical, mental, psychological disturbances and imbalances. And then the media, the sports, the movies, the ads, the commercials, the filters on your Instagram society, that takes hold of us. And then it becomes this thing that we're all hiding. But we all actually are seeking this transcendental experience, but it's so dumbed down. Vedic psychology teaches us that pratyaksha, direct perception, is a valid form of knowledge, of knowing the self. Sense perception, sensory presence, is not inferior to thought. It's the primary way we know something. Without it, life becomes dry and conceptual. We're living in the head instead of the heart. But when we can have sensorial presence as an intuitive way of knowing, as an erotically innocent way of knowing, we become whole. Smelling a flower is Eros. Hearing the birds sing is Eros. Smelling the essential oil or looking at the beautiful sunrise, that's all Eros. But we don't see ourselves the same way. Place your hand on your heart right now and offer yourself love. Offer yourself reverence. Offer yourself the reflection that you're not separate from the divine, that you're a vessel of the divine, that you're a vessel of love. Put your hand on your heart and tell yourself how precious you are to you, how precious your body is to you, because you need the body. We take better care of our car than we do the karma mobile we're in. So here's some Ayurvedic and tantric practices for helping us to live a more embodied, awakened life. Massage your own body every day with warm oil. Let your fingers become those instruments of love. Hug someone longer than usual. Feel their breath together. Let go of the armor and breathe together. walk barefoot on the sand, walk barefoot on the grass, hug the tree, touch the leaves, touch the flowers, smell the flower for an extra long time, lie on the earth, skin to the soil, and remember what it means to be held by a mother who loves us unconditionally. It's not about technique. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just about being present. So let your shower be meditation. Let each step on the earth be meditation. Let each hug be meditation. Let each touch of your heart, your arm, be meditation. Touch yourself as you would touch the deity, that you would touch God, with humility, with love, with curiosity, with awe. This is Ayurveda. This is Tantra. This is awakened living. Your body is not an obstacle to consciousness. Your body is not an obstacle to awakening to the highest there is. It's the gateway. So don't wait for your next retreat or the moment you get enlightened. This is now. It's happening now. This moment is all you need. So put your hands on your heart. Take a deep breath in. Feel what it's like to love yourself. Exhale and remember. And do this every day. Do this anytime you're starting to think that you're anything less than divine. And keep filling your hearts with love. Fill your every breath with love. Fill every thought with love. And go out and spread that love in the world, awakened, conscious, and in devotional service to yourself and to yourself as all other selves. Before you go, if you've been curious about Ayurveda and want to actually understand your body and start applying it into your daily life, I built the complete Ayurveda course for exactly that. It contains more than 30 years of education and practice distilled into 50 lessons, with over 10 hours of content, guided meditations, personalized assessments, and so much more. It's designed so you'll feel real shifts as you go through it. You'll experience more energy, better digestion, increased mental clarity, and a deeper sense of balance. Lesson by lesson, it's all there. So go to Nibodhi.com/courses to learn more.